Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2024 horror film, The Mousetrap. The film is directed by Jamie Bailey and it stars Simon Phillips, Sophie McIntosh, Madeline Kellman, Ben Harris, and Mackenzie Mills. Right, okay. This is the long awaited, I suppose, horror version of Mickey Mouse. And if you're wondering why Disney has allowed this to happen, well, they can't really do anything about it, because if you like, it's now in the public domain, the Mickey Mouse brand, I suppose, as Winnie the Pooh is, and Bambi, and all these others, so which is why they're all being kind of assaulted mercilessly by cheap filmmakers. This time round, we have a group of teens who throw a birthday party in a children's play centre for their friend who works there, and some guy with an obsession with Mickey Mouse somehow transforms into this murderous version of Mickey Mouse that can transport around everywhere and kill these teens at will. Right, what are my thoughts on Mousetrap? Right, not a lot. I'm not really going to pull any punches with this film, guys. It's absolute drivel, garbage, awful. Now, I'm not here to tell you that the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey films are any good. Of course not. The first one, obviously, is quite famously bad. But even that, and I have reviewed both the first one and the second one of this channel, even that one had some interesting ideas going for it, the first Winnie the Pooh one. They completely messed it up and turned it into a generic slasher, but I thought there were some interesting ideas and there was potential there. And the second one actually improved, I think, on the first one. This, I don't even know where to start in regards to how bad it is. It's a slasher film that doesn't have any slashing in it for a big chunk of the film, and when it does decide to show some of the kills, they're as dull as dishwater, not interesting. It's full of some of the worst and dullest characters I've ever seen. Even for a horror film, even for a cheap B movie of a horror film, the characters are beyond awful, and I didn't give, honestly, two shits about any of them. I really didn't. They were all deplorable, and I didn't like any of them. It's moronic. It absolutely makes no sense. You've got this guy played by Simon Phillips who co-wrote the film, who owns this like play centre. And he, for some reason, in the back, while everybody else is out working, he's got this like Mickey Mouse shrine going, where he watches Steamboat Willie, and he's got a Mickey Mouse mask in this glass cabinet, and who has that shit? You know, okay, who in this day and age would have that sort of stuff, or even give a monkeys about Mickey Mouse, unless you're like, you know, a 6-year-old child that's just been to Disneyland. It just doesn't make any sense how this, essentially just this bloke with a terrible Mickey Mouse mask on, turns into this slasher who can, for some reason, and I've no idea why, because I don't remember Mickey Mouse doing this, can transport himself all over the place. So he can be in, you know, one place 1 second, and then flash, he's gone, and then he's gone to another place. It's like, who thought of that? Why would you do that? So it fails as a slasher film because the slashing is non-existent for a long while, Some of the kills happen off screen, and the ones that you do see are not inventive or gory or that a great deal of fun. And there's one kill that again just defied logic and belief. There was a girl on a VR headset, and when she put the headset on, Mickey Mouse was stood behind her, like, waving a knife around and, scary. And then she'd take the mask off because she'd send somebody was there, take the VR headset off. Mickey Mouse isn't there. He's gone. And then she'd put the mask VR headset back on. He's there again. But it was like, I don't even want to try. I'm losing energy trying to explain it. Moronic. It didn't make any sense. And then it tries to be really funny, this film. It's describing itself as a bit of a comedy horror. There's no fun or comedy in this film. So there's this awful meta stuff going on, where it's referencing things like Scream and all this kind of stuff. And the meta stuff went out of the window over a decade ago. It was old school then. And then to top it off, at the beginning of this film, at the Star Wars, where you get like the reels going up and it's explaining the film, where you get one of them at the beginning of this film explaining over and over again that Disney had nothing to do with this film. In actual fact, they've not given their permission, blah, 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 blah. And they're trying to be really funny and witty. And it just comes across as like it's been written by a child. It's just not funny. And then so you get that attempt at trying to be funny at the beginning of the film, and then you get the attempts at trying to be meta, and then the rest of the film, I didn't sense what was supposed to be a sense of humour, but it desperately needed a sense of humour, this film, because I couldn't take it. There's no way anybody could take this film seriously. So it needed a tongue-in-cheek approach. It needed to be self-aware. It needed to be goddamn stupid. And while it is goddamn stupid, it's not goddamn stupid in a positive way. It's just stupid. So yeah, I think if they'd have poked fun at themselves, poked fun, at Disney, Mickey Mouse, just the whole genre in itself, a self-parody almost, it could have worked, but no. What they give us is this horrific, dull slasher film that I absolutely thought was abysmal beyond belief and had very little in the way of redeeming qualities. The only redeeming quality of this is just to watch it, just to see, if you like, how bad it is. Because I can't see many people watching this and walking away thinking, yeah, that was good. I'd love to see more of these movies. God damn it, no. And this new trend now of these character names or brands that have come into the public domain, it ain't going away anytime soon, unfortunately. But I can't take more like this. It might be interesting to review and put on your channel and stuff like that, but I'm not sure it's worth the probably 5 years it's taken off my life watching shit like this. Awful stuff. Don't watch it, not unless you really want to see something that is beyond bad, in my opinion. And I know I've given this film a hard time, but I had to sit through it. I'm trying to do you guys a favour, so just don't watch it, okay? So yeah, thanks for checking out this review. I hope you found it useful, and you will have found it useful if you don't watch this film, trust me. And I'll be back with more reviews and content on the channel very, very soon.